Bam, here we go. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Devonius' Domain Toy Review. Today, we're going to be taking a look at Mattel's Masters of the Universe Origins Slamurai. Whoa! Looking ass. Alright, so we're going to be doing Slamurai today. And I got this figure off eBay. I had a chance to get it at the Toyman Toy Show, local toy show here, held at the Machinist Building in St. Louis. I had an opportunity to get this figure, but thought it was a little bit pricier than I wanted. It was a better deal than I have found on this figure. But I walked on it. I said, I'll come back if I've got enough money later. And I came back. Sure enough, it was gone. The guy seemed pretty smug about it, too. He was like, oh, yeah, sold 5 minutes ago. I was like, okay. Picked it up on eBay. I couldn't get this figure out of my head. I don't know why, but I had to get him. It was a fixation. I wanted this dude for a while, and I got him with the Spanish card back, and the packaging is a little bit beat up. It surprisingly doesn't have the hole punched on the figure, but hey, I got him. Pretty awesome. I got him for a price that I was willing to pay. Let's just say that. Way more willing to pay than a lot of the other prices I saw on this dude. I originally pre-ordered this dude for like $20 on Big Bad Toy Store. Decided that I wasn't going to be collecting these anymore. It was kind of when I was, like broke and selling a lot of my stuff. I canceled my pre-order, and I regret that now. But you know what? I got them back, so who cares? I'm doing a toy review on them right now. So that's awesome. Let's get a look at this guy real quick after I kind of got all the backstory, my personal backstory out of the way. So let's take a look at this guy. On the Spanish card back, it says He-Man in the Masters of the Universe Slamurai. It doesn't have the descriptor here for the character. Renovado, Poder Retro. What that usually says in English on the card backs. And then we got the figure here. It looks pretty cool. And the bubble. It doesn't have the Snake Man sticker on here. I don't know if that's like a Spanish exclusion kind of thing for the figure or what it is, but that's not there. It's usually there on the Snake Man bubble cards because the bubble here has got the scales on it. But yeah, that's the card back on the front here. It's a little bit banged up. You can kind of see the creases and stuff in it. Then we turn it around here, and then we got this bitchin' card art, very similar to the original would-be card art that was drawn for the toy line, the tail end of the toy line, before the original Samurai figure got canceled. It's pretty cool here. They have that in Spanish. It doesn't have like a monologue or anything like that. It's an exclusion on the Spanish card backs, unfortunately. Here's Slamurai fighting Lord Grasp. Pretty awesome. And then we go down here. Rise of the Snake Man. You can see all the other figures you can get here. Pretty interesting. I've never had any of the international cards, so they don't have their names. They just have labels for them, which I'm just assuming is like, their numbers or something like that they're categorized by, their codes or whatever. Maybe you can find them in a system or something. I'm actually not too sure what that is. But yeah, and then also it doesn't have the descriptors here for his action features or whatever. So that kind of sucks the fun out of that. I'm kind of glad I never really got any of these international cards. This is the best I could do, though. So, for the sake of the review, for the sake of reviewing this figure at all. And then a bunch of stuff, legal mumbo jumbo that I can't read. So, yeah, let's get this guy open and get a better look at him. So we got the figure out here, and I just wanted to point this out because I thought it was cool. In the bubble where all of his weapons are, they've got these nice indents where you can properly place all the weapons, which is pretty cool because I'm never putting them back in here, but so I think I'd just go over the weapons first. So pulling it out here, we've got the Slamurai sword, which is pretty cool. It's just your standard Motu, ninja or samurai sword. This came with Jitsu in orange, and then it also came with the original figure Ninjor in the silver. It came with Space Sumo in the silver, just like this. So Pretty cool weapon though. I was expecting this for this figure, so that's pretty cool. Every weapon he comes with was Ninjor's weapon at one point. So, and that's the only one that's not repainted in some kind of way. And then we've got the bow and arrow, which is pretty cool. This is blue from its original silver color. Pretty awesome little details in the sculpt there and little trinkets and stuff. Pretty awesome. So we got that. And then we've got the nunchucks. This is original cast in a silver color, but here the handles actually are white, which is pretty cool. A little bit of a difference from the predecessor of Ninjor. Hey guys, what's up? Little edit here. I forgot to mention that there's this cool little comic. I think I just forget to mention the comics when it comes to the Origins figures because, I don't really read them, but they're really cool, honestly. One other thing that kind of sucks about the Spanish exclusions is that there's no bubbles here. You can't read anything that's happening. So that's one thing that kind of sucks about the international versions, and I'm remembering why I really tried not to get any of them, because things like this you can't fully enjoy. But if you don't have, the international version, you can enjoy your comic. But thought I should mention that for the sake of the review. And then getting a look at the figure here. Now, I know what you're thinking. This looks just like Ninjor. There are a couple subtle differences. First of all, and mainly being the color. This is a huge switch up of a reversal color. I mean, he has white now all over, and the original Ninjor color scheme was, black and red, and then this is more of a blue and white. So some of the differences here being the forearms have like the He-Man gauntlets, and then the boots having the He-Man boots. So instead of the Skeletor boots with the 3-pronged toes, and the fins like Skeletor's forearms had. So that's pretty cool. Kind of giving him more of a hero body aesthetic rather than a villainous kind of monstrous body aesthetic, which is pretty cool design choice. And I actually I don't know if the kanji is different or not. So I'm actually going to go check that right now. Well, I just checked, and yes, this is a completely different design here on the torso. I didn't even really think about that before reviewing here. This is kanji, whereas on the original Ninjor, it's just him with like a dragon logo and a sword coming through. So this is pretty cool too. I mean, this is quite different. And then one of the other differences is the blue eyes, which is pretty cool. Kind of giving a mystical sense to this guy. It's a pretty cool character. I mainly wanted this guy just because, I'm really into ninjas. I know Ninjor kind of sticks out like a sore thumb. He came out kind of at the end of the line. Masters of the Universe came out in 1987. And, he's just like a ninja guy. And it kind of seemed like they were running out of ideas, with like Rio Blast and, other human-like characters on Eternia, like the ninja. And then this guy was supposed to be in what was the aborted last line of figures for the original Masters of the Universe toy line in the 80s. He was to come out with, I think it was Plasmar, Lord Terror. Oh no, Lord Grasp, Terror, the Snake Trooper. Just a bunch of reuse going on there, and that's exactly what this figure is. It's a bunch of reuse. Figure never got made, but there was a lot of art made for them and stuff like that. I think the whole idea behind this was Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow. One of them's black, one of them's white. Color and aesthetic wise. One's bad, one's good. Both ninjas. And I think the idea was we're gonna have our own Storm Shadow, our own Snake Eyes. This is going to be our Snake Eyes, and Ninjor is going to be our Storm Shadow. 2 ninja characters that kids can get behind. And kids never got this. So, but the big kids now in the 2020s are getting it, so it's pretty awesome. Awesome for us here. So, pretty cool figure. And all around, you're getting, a lot of the same articulation you're getting with these Origins figures, that. 90-degree, back and forth with the wrist joint. Not very much up, not very much back. Oh, that knee joint feels a little bit stiff. There we go. 90 degrees there. Got swivel in the calves. Got a lot of movement in the ankle joint, which is really awesome. That's what I really like about these Origins figures. And like all Origins figures, you can pop their torsos off. You know, their arms, their heads. You know, not a whole lot of swivel there. But yeah, so I say we get this guy into some poses. I've rambled on long enough. Let's see what this ninja can do. And my closing thoughts on this figure, very awesome. Glad I bought him. Glad I copped him. It's a very cool figure. I like the history behind it. I like ninjas. As much as a lot of people don't think ninjas like Ninja or Slamurai belong in the universe that is Masters of the Universe, I love them. Can't get enough of them. Very cool. So, I hope you all have enjoyed this review. Like, subscribe, comment, whatever you want to do. And check out my other videos if you want to do that too. And lastly, there's one more thing to say. Devonius, out.